live. I think. Hi. Let's see if I can. Hello. Hello. Is this working? Why is it only working on left? Oh, why is that? Hello. Just, I mean, if you can hear me, I'm just trying to start the audio. Oh, okay, great. There's like a lot going on right now. Why is it on the left fucking thing? Okay, that should be better. Okay. Okay, can you see me? Comment if you can see me. Why is there such a massive delay? Ah! Hi, guys! I don't know why there's a massive delay. Yeah. Okay, I think the audio's sorted. Hello. Okay, so I think it's sorted. I mean, it just crashed, and then I managed to get it going again. Let me know what if you leave comments just to let me know like what the stream is doing, because this is the first time I've done it before, so this is all a bit confusing for me. Yeah, nice to see a lot of you here. Aw, is that Carolyn? Hey. Yeah, I think I'm a bit delayed, but okay. I thought I'd kick it off with basically kind of like updating you on a little bit of my situation before we do questions. If you have any questions, just leave them and I'll have a little look through on my phone, and then I'll be answering them as I go along. I've got a few like backup questions as well, so we can always be chatting. Yeah, oh, this is so weird, isn't it? Yeah, so make sure to leave any questions that you have at any time. Oh, it seems like this stream on laptop is actually catching up with me now, so that's good. Okay, cool. Okay, so yeah, let me update you on my life. So at the moment, so I've moved to London a few weeks ago now. I've been living and working, but the plan is to make YouTube and to make songwriting my kind of full-time gig. So at the moment it's like my part-time gig, and then I'm working in a pizzeria at the same time. So if you wanted to support the channel in in a different way, you could consider leaving a super chat thing. I mean, obviously not if you don't want to, but like they're there as a way for everybody who is watching to support me and support the channel. Yeah. Yeah, but obviously you just being here is supporting the channel anyway, so but yeah, if you want to, then that's there. Yeah, so that's kind of my thing. I'm looking at kind of expanding the channel into a bit more of this kind of thing. And so maybe I don't know whether to do listening parties, or I don't know. You guys need to let me know what kind of content you want going forward. But I'm really looking forward to like expanding. Um, oh, yeah, I'm looking forward to expanding the channel into more than just reactions, because obviously I love doing reactions, but like there's a lot of other stuff that I'm really interested in doing, including like more songwriting videos. I wanted to do like a songwriting challenge video. Oh, thank you. No, don't worry. I just thought, did you know the neighborhood, the band? Yeah, no, I haven't heard them. Yeah, okay. So let's get on to a couple of questions. So, yes, listening parties, yeah. Um, yeah, okay. The so I'm gonna pull one of my first questions from one of the questions asked in advance. Um, it was kind of I mean, it was the first question asked, and I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, it's gonna take me years to answer. But yeah. Oh, yay. Writing process. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. I will go back through. Okay, yes. So Hector Rees, I don't know whether you're here. Say hi if you're here, Hector. Hi. He asked, what are my top 5 songs of all time? Which is obviously quite a big question, and I've been kind of thinking about it through the week. uh, but like, I don't really like. I kind of decided, okay, I'll like off the top of my head, these are going to be like my 5, probably the ones that come to me as my favorites at the moment, but also like but I'll probably change my mind in 10 minutes. But anyway, okay. So first would be Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. That's one song that really, really inspired me like ages ago, and I still listen to it on the regular. And yeah, and then I'd say I'd have to pick a Lady Gaga one. So I'd pick Speechless by Lady Gaga, definitely. That was just like so beautiful, like the ballad. But it's kind of like a rocky ballad. It's kind of edgy. It has like kind of like, you know, dissonance to it. It's stunning. Um, what else would I say? My favorite songs of all time. Oh, okay. 3 would be "Man in the Mirror" by Michael Jackson. Amazing song. Best key change of all time. I'd probably say, hmm, maybe I think I'm gonna say, uh, maybe I'd also say "Free Woman" from Chromatica. So another Lady Gaga one, but that one's just like, I mean, it's a more recent one, but it's just like so inspiring. I just absolutely love it, and the remix on Dawn of Chromatica is really good as well. Um, yeah, and then last, oh, I'm trying to think of like a more left field one or like a band one. Um, I'm gonna go on my Spotify and look at my favorites playlist. Quick. And it was just like taking me ages to answer one question. But absolute top faves. Let's have a look. Um, oh my god, I can't believe we're here. We're having a hi Brazil. Hello Brazil. um, maybe I'd say, oh, I don't know. Uh, Maybe okay then. Oh, I don't know. The last one is a really difficult one, but I'd probably say, uh, "Bad Religion" by Frank Ocean. I just think there's just something so stunning about the lyricism in that song and the way it's written. I like listened to a podcast about how it was made, and like really just like, oh god, I was just so in awe. Yeah. So that at the moment those are my top 5 favorite songs of all time. And let's have a little look at the chat. Okay, I've got my phone, even though my laptop's on the side, and I've got my camera. It's a very complicated setup. Um, would you be willing to do music video reactions? Hi, Jonathan. I do sometimes do music video reactions. It just kind of, they don't. Oh, ad break. Love that for me. Sorry about that. Yeah, got a bit. It keeps on crashing, which is really not great. Um, but yeah, there's not really much I can do about that. But yeah, so every time it like crashes, I might just have to like get up and just reload it. But it seems to work when I reload it. So yeah. What was I saying? Um, yes, would you be willing to do music video reactions? Yeah. I have done a couple, but they don't tend to be as popular. So I don't know. Like, I mean, I've ended up doing album reactions because that seems to be where most of my kind of viewership kind of comes from. That seems to be where I seem to get the most feedback. So I've kind of followed that. But yeah, let me know if all of you want to see more music video reactions. I'll definitely do that kind of thing. Sometimes it depends because it will drop and I'll be at work or something, and then by the time you've kind of missed the initial like day of it being out, you've kind of missed that initial kind of big boost of views, and it's kind of almost a bit, you're kind of past it at that point with music videos. I feel like they tend to have quite a big kind of bump, and sometimes they get blocked as well, which doesn't help. Um, yes, lovely to see you here. Shout out to Carolyn. Um, love you. uh, So Owen wants to hear about my songwriting process. So okay, so this is an interesting one because my songwriting process seems to change and evolve. I think my process for when I wrote my album um, was yeah, my process for my album was different to like how I'm doing it now. Like my album very much came from I want to write an album which is about, because I was living in Japan and I was like I want to write an album that is about my experience here, and I kind of took basically on like I just wrote down excerpts of like how I was feeling in the moment and used them to like inspire each song on the album, and then used the kind of whole thing. Oh, hi Claire. Um, and then used the entire. She can probably hear me talking from downstairs. She doesn't even need to be on the live chat. Hi Claire. Sorry. She's now my housemate. Swifty Bestie turns housemate. Anyway. Yes. Sorry, I'm getting very distracted. This is what it's like when I'm actually filming. I just edit all this stuff out. Anyway, when yeah, so my album was like was inspired by like all the different kind of emotions that I was feeling at the time, and then I put it all together like in a kind of loosely chronological order. So that one kind of had its own inspiration. Um, and then I developed melodies on top of the lyrics, and then developed chords on top of the melodies, and then developed the production on top of that, you know, and that's how it kind of evolved. But recently I've been making stuff by coming up with a drum loop or coming up with like a synth loop or something that keeps me, that inspires me, like using that to inspire me, and then going on. My new song I've actually got, a pre-save. Actually, I don't even know if the link's in the bio, but I need to actually update that. But my new song is coming out on the 19th. Actually, you probably already heard the demo. The demo's been up on my channel for a while, but the final version of Criminal is coming out on the 19th of October. So yeah, you can pre-save that if you like. But that one, it was like, yeah. But that song was written from like I came up with a synth, and I was like, I want to write a song like Lady Gaga. and then I used that to like inspire my situation, to inspire that song, and it kind of developed into this song called Criminal, into this kind of big epic romantic love song, which is weird because I'm not actually with anyone right now, but it kind of serves a little bit more hypothetical, but it's more like the dream situation, I like to think. But yeah, that was 19th of October. Yeah, so the process is evolving. I'll update you as it goes. Are you going to react to the K-12 movie? Yes, obviously I will do at some point. Just give me a bit of time. Have you listened to Lana's new song? No, I haven't. I was going to actually save. I haven't listened to the other three either. I thought I'd just save them for the full album reaction. Because I quite like to keep myself like really fresh for those reactions. So, you know, I think I can hold off. Considering I'm still going back through the back catalogue as well. The honeymoon reaction is coming soon, by the way. Don't worry about it. That'll be when not next month to film, but the one after. Yes. Have I listened to Dawn of Chromatica? I've listened to some of it. I mean, it's a little bit too, like, for me, for my listening tastes, it's kind of quite psychedelic, quite kind of crazy, for lack of a better word. So it's not necessarily my vibe. But the Rina Sawayama remix uh of Free Woman is exactly my level. I feel like the other ones go a little bit too mad for me, but that is kind of my perfect level. So I've been listening to that one loads, and I love Rina, as you might know by seeing my reaction to her. I'm obsessed. She's so fabulous and so queer, and love her. Yeah, and that version of Free Woman was great, and Free Woman I love it. Anyway, love you too. Who'd you miss most from your hound? Oh, that's Claire. Claire M. Oh my god, both the Claires are in the chat. Claire with an I and Claire without an I. Of course, Claire, I miss you most from my hometown. But I've got a new Claire. Lucy, oh, that's... Okay, we're back again, I think. Are we back? It crashed again. I mean, I'm gonna have to get a better program. This was a free one off the internet, lol. But yes, we're back. Yes. Oh yeah, my favorite thing about living in Japan, I think... Oh god, there's so many things. The sushi was good. I had sushi for dinner today, but it was a lot more expensive. Yeah. I mean, the people I met... Hi, Claire. Who I'm now living with. So I met Claire, who is living in the room below me now. We met in Japan, and we were like best friends in Japan. And she would come to Tokyo to like visit me, and we'd go out and get drunk, and you know. And she was the one. She's my Swiftie bestie who got me into Taylor Swift. And yeah, so she's now doing heart eyes in the chat. It's that Claire. The other Claire's home Claire. Sorry guys. Yeah, so we met in Japan. So I think that, yeah, like I met so many brilliant people in Japan, and like and the fact that those friendships are still with me now is amazing. Like because we formed such deep friendships, I think, because we were like all like foreigners out there living together. So yeah, yeah. But about the culture, I guess, like the I loved like cherry blossom season and autumn leaf blowing leaf leaf viewing season, because there was just such an appreciation for nature and natural beauty and stuff, and it just felt kind of magical to be in Japan at those two times. Yeah, even though it's cheesy to say, of course cherry blossoms, duh. um you better give us a snippet. Oh hi. Oh, thanks for the congratulations, Annie. Thank you for that. I listened to the Plastic Doll Ashniko. Yeah, that was good, but like, again, like as you might have seen in my Ashniko reaction, like it's not necessarily my like normal genre. So you know, it was good. I enjoyed it, but like not necessarily on repeat listening. The Dorian Electro reaction is going to be hilarious. You guys probably enjoy me going, "Whoa, this is a bit mad," but hey, whatever, it'll be fun. I mean, I enjoyed doing the Ashniko one, so you know. Also, I love the nickname Lucy. That's really cute. I'm into that. Is sushi good? I haven't tried it. I guess it's very different because the texture is different. Like to what I expected. I was very scared of doing it first time, and then like the first time I ate sushi was in hilarious in front of the German ambassador for Japan, which was the weirdest situation. And oh yeah, yeah. Oh okay, yeah. I mean, I could sing you a little bit, or I could just play it into the speaker. I'd do that instead. Yeah. Yes, the first time I ate sushi was in front of the German ambassador for Japan, because my friend was like, "You need to try sushi," and there was a sushi stand, and we were at this like event, and she just forced it in front of me, and then I was like, "Oh." Yeah, and then I was like chatting to this German ambassador, and he was like, "You never had sushi before?" And I was like, "No." So that's my sushi story, but it is really good. I really like learnt to really really love sushi. Anyway, shut up, Claire. Don't make me do it. Maybe I might have a drink in a sec, and then I might be able to do it then. Anyway, I'm getting embarrassed. Tell us about your acapella thing. Okay, so Grammarly says, how long have you been working on your new project? So I've been working on I've been working on an EP. It's been a real up and down journey, if I'm gonna be completely honest with it. Like, I started writing it like a year and a half ago. Um, it was like in when I was in Australia, and it's about the relationship I had with this guy in Australia. Um, and oh my god, stop ganging up on me trying to peer pressure me into singing. um, yeah, and so it was about the relationship I had in Melbourne, and I wrote a lot of the songs whilst I was kind of going through it, and like they the kind of pressure to finish them has really got on top of me. And I think with lockdown and everything, although I have so much of it written, I have all the lyrics and the melody and the music kind of written, actually making the songs has been a real struggle. But I've got back on top of it in the last couple of weeks, so hopefully it won't be too long before like the next kind of big project's going. But I'm gonna start putting out regular individual songs, as a kind of trying to make me like inspire myself and try and actually like put more music out there, because I think sometimes it just needs to be, you just need to get it out there, don't you? But yeah. Oh, thank you. um okay, so I think we're back. Oh, welcome back, Jason. um um do you plan on making videos for your songs? I'd love to. At the moment, I kind of don't have the connections. Lol. I mean, I've done videos on my own before, but it's a little bit like I'd rather put stuff out there that was a little bit more professional looking. So when I actually make the connections and I can actually find people who can assist me in making music videos, yes, 100%. Like, I have ideas for doing. I'd love to do like a Melly Martinez vibe, where she does music videos for everything, or like a whole movie for the whole thing. Do you know what I mean? I love that kind of thing. Um, Yay, thanks. Um, yes. Let's go on to another question that I had before the stream. So, also, I had a really good one from Alyssa. She said, "What's a recommended artist who you were surprised that you loved?" Um, and like, and I think actually the answer to this one, I mean, there's obviously like I loved Rena, I loved Aurora, but I don't know whether I was necessarily as surprised. But I feel like the number one for that, so the artist that I was recommended on the channel reacted to and was surprised by how much I loved it, was Taylor Swift. Um, and I know that kind of sounds ridiculous because I'm such a Swiftie now, but like before Folklore, so Swiftie Bestie Claire downstairs recommended I react to the New Romantics, which I did and I enjoyed it. She's saying yes. And and they and then she did this surprise new album, and I was like, okay, I need to I need to do it because obviously there's like such a big kind of furore around this album. And like I feel like I had like a bit of a preconceived notion of what Taylor Swift was. Maybe I kind of believed too much of the media stuff surrounding her, but I don't think I'd ever quite given her a chance. Maybe I wasn't kind of mature enough to give her a chance, to be honest. But yeah, listening to Folklore for the first time, if you've seen my reaction, which I'm sure most of you have, I was like sobbing. I was like, oh my god, she's a brilliant, brilliant songwriter. And then, of course, going back through all the old albums, I was like, oh my god, these are so good. Like, Red is now like one of my favorites, and I'm like, oh yeah, it only came out like 10 years ago, and I've just discovered it. Like, so yeah, I'd say probably the biggest surprise was Taylor Swift. Um, only took me 3 years to convince you. Yeah, I'd say Folklore is like I'd probably say I rank Folklore, then Red, then Evermore. I think in terms of my top Swiftie albums. Music in French. I mean, I don't speak French at all. I'm not like I'm, as you know, I'm kind of open to all kinds of music, but yeah, I don't know whether like I love listening to the lyrics and dissecting the lyrics, so I don't really know any French, so that would hinder me in that sense. Um, yeah. Um, oh, the picture's kind of small, isn't it? I'll figure that out next time. Um, okay, so they still want me to sing. I mean, I might do in a minute. Um, so Jason, since you just popped back into the chat, let me read your question. So this is Jason, as in J450N. Hi. Um, so you asked me, what do you think the future of pop music is going to sound like? So that's a big question, but I had a little think, and actually, I think that personally, I think that pop music has been like the last 5 years, I'd say. It kind of went from dance, right, EDM, to rap and hip hop. I feel like that is kind of the prevalent like genre within pop music at the moment. So I personally think that it's gonna go the opposite way, and I think maybe it could go the way of like maybe I mean it's already starting to go back to like pop punk stuff of the early noughties, which is kind of what's retro for a lot of artists coming up. So I'm thinking that maybe something in that era, maybe bands will make a big comeback. Because I don't like bands haven't been very big recently, in particular. So I think that maybe some sort of band, maybe with a focus on maybe like more melodic music, will actually kind of break through, and that'll be the new standard in pop music in the next like 3 or 4 years. I don't know. That's my prediction. You heard it here first. I guess we'll find out. Um, cool. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can see hip hop rap like lasting for a bit longer. I don't think people are over it, you know. Um, yeah, indie pop is definitely it's still a bit fringe, so it might be that indie pop kind of takes it over. I don't know. That's kind of where I think it's gonna be something adjacent, like no, what's the word? Like opposite of hip hop as like a kind of reaction to hip hop kind of ruling. Do you know what I mean? For so long, that I feel like that tends to be how it kind of goes. You know, um, people will get bored of hip hop, and then it'll go. People are already starting to get bored of like the trap, hi hats and stuff. So I can see it kind of that being the opposite of that, something the opposite of that, if that makes any sense. Um, yes, and all music will be gay. um, Panic at the Disco, yes, I have heard Panic at the Disco. Like I wasn't like a big fan, but all my friends were massive fans of Panic at the Disco at the time, so I kind of ended up hearing a lot of Panic songs. Um, yeah, lol. I'm kind of in that era of kids. I was more listening to like Owl City and stuff at the time. I was like there with my headphones on, listening to the nerd music, like yeah, this is beautiful. Whereas everyone else was going with all the pop punk stuff, but yeah, lol. Um, that and musicals, lol. Oh my god, in my top 5 songs of all time, I didn't name a musical song. Maybe that would have to be its own list though, because like there are so many. Like the entire like Seasons of Love, for instance, or like the entire Dreamgirls soundtrack. Anyway, um, hyperpop. I can see hyperpop getting big, or like avant pop is almost kind of what they kind of call it, right? Like Rina Sawayama, like Ashniko, like I guess Dorian Electra, though I haven't really heard much of them. Um, so I can see that taking off definitely. Um, oh yeah, that's a good point, Annie, or it's Annie Yol. Billy and Olivia, yeah. Um, yeah, Olivia's definitely driving that pop punk thing, right? And yeah, Billy has really shown that like music that is made for headphones is like what people are listening to, because more and more people are listening to headphones instead of on speakers, and that's kind of what Billy does. She whispers in your ear and creeps you out. Um, Claro, yeah, Claro is on my like list. I'll probably put her on next month's like vote. So make sure to vote for Claro if you want me to react to her. Um, my favorite musical is Spring Awakening. I don't know whether it's I like musical nerds tend to also geek out over Spring Awakening, but like a lot of shut up, Claire. But like no, yeah, not like it wasn't a massive mainstream success like Wicked or whatever, but yeah, Spring Awakening is like my absolute number one musical. If you haven't heard the Spring Awakening soundtrack, go listen to it. Warning, it's all about sex. 1,000 gecs. I've never heard of that. I can add it to my list if you want me to. Um, Hi, there's 20 people. That's nice. Hi, 20 people. Um, yeah. Thoughts on Blackpink? Um, K-pop is a weird one for me because as much as I really appreciate the music videos and really appreciate the slickness and the professionalism and the amazing dance routines and stuff, there's I don't take this the wrong way. I feel like it's missing a bit of soul for me, and I think that comes out of the kind of the the fact that it is also industry led, and how like it's very curated. It's like the kind of Simon Cowell-esque groups and the the big boom of those types of pop groups that we had in the late 90s and early noughties. That's kind of like what I get from like K-pop, but I'm willing to be proved wrong. I should probably do a reaction at some point, but as you know, I'm open to all music, and like I'm willing to have my mind changed. Um, ooh. No, I haven't heard Aldous Harding. Another one to add to my list. I've got so many lists, so many things to add to my list. Okay, let's go to another one on my previously asked. I'm getting really hot because I've got the studio lights on and we're in a bit of a heat wave in September. Lol. We waited all summer to get summer, and now it's summer in September. Um, okay. What? That's Claire downstairs. I'm gonna start calling her Claire downstairs. Sorry, it's just Is it raining? Oh my god, it's raining. You know what I just said about heat wave? It's literally just started raining. Weird. That'd be nice. Cool us down a little bit anyway. Though it has been quite nice to go out at lunchtime and lie in the park. Did we have a month of 30 degrees every day? I don't remember that. It's probably working. Cry. Actually, I seem to remember being really hot. Was it filming my Halsey reaction? My first Halsey reaction, not the one. Actually, this one as well. The one I've just recorded. What was I doing? Oh yeah, looking at my other questions. Oh yeah, Anna Dominique asked me a really nice question. So she said, like, she asked me how did I get into music, and what is my favorite song that I've ever written. So I got into music through choir It was actually a cool choir. It was called the Funky Little Choir, um, and doing school musicals. Basically, that was kind of how I started getting into singing, um, and but then I started writing music because I did music technology at school, at sixth form, which is the equivalent of college in the US. I think, is that right? No, no, high school in the US. I did music technology, so I got into music production before I got into like lyrics and melody and all that, um, which is interesting. And then yeah, from there I started kind of dabbling with writing my own songs, but it wasn't until I moved to Japan that I actually kind of found the inspiration to write a lot of stuff myself. I feel like I kind of hadn't. Um, yeah, I feel like kind of before then I hadn't really. Oh, you missed the. Oh, Claire texted me saying that you missed the question. The question was basically, why do you feel? Do you feel guilty about not being a fan of Taylor Swift before? And my answer was yes. Um, um, yeah. Yes. So that's how I got into music. Was basically through choir and arranging for my a cappella groups at university, and then that kind of turned into making my own stuff on the computer. I had a previous YouTube channel that was like a cappella covers, so that's fun, and uh, and then yeah, that then developed into writing my own stuff. Um, yeah, and my favorite song I've ever written. I'd probably say "Man." Yeah. So I did a song called "Man" on my YouTube. On my YouTube, what am I talking about? On my album. And that was kind of the song that summed up so much of my kind of uh, journey of my own personal gender expression. As like, I call myself a man, but that doesn't mean I have to subscribe to typical male behavior. And it kind of, I wrote that song to kind of empower myself, into being able to be the kind of man that I wanted to be, which is effeminate and caring and crying and all those sorts of things. So I'd probably say that, and it just came together so nicely, and like the way I positioned it on the album and stuff, I'm just like, oh yeah, I was like so proud of like how I tied in like previous like melodies and stuff from previous songs into that song and turned it around. It's like I just the story, and I was like, meh, 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 loved it. Yes, probably that one. Um, oh, thanks, Manu. That's really cute of you to say. Oh, thanks, guys. That's cute. Hi, Brazil again. I love Brazil. I've never been. I'd love to go to Brazil, but it's quite far away. Oh, so Manny, you're just getting into music production. Any tips for beginners? Ooh, have you? If the first question is, do you have a DAW? Because that's kind of the barrier to entry. Is having a DAW like Logic Pro or Cubase. So I'd probably say investing in that first, and then I'd say the best tip to get started is kind of um, opening your ears up to like creativity. Does that make sense? So when I listen to music, as you can probably tell, I really listen to the details and I let it go in. I really let it sink in. And I know a lot of you do the same thing. And I think that is kind of a really key thing in making your own music, is kind of all the music that you're listening to almost like absorbing all of that information, and it just kind of almost gives you like a like a understanding for how it works, and it builds up all this knowledge in your head, so when you kind of let it all go and just instinctually make a song, you kind of know what to do, you know but in terms of physically getting started, get a DAW, like Logic Pro, and just play around with all the stuff that's in there. Find stuff that inspires you and you think sounds cool, and just follow your nose, yeah. And also understanding some of the theory really helps, like understanding how to use a compressor, like which different things in a compressor do what, understanding how to do reverb and like the length of reverb, the space of reverb, all those kinds of things. Learning like limiting and learning panning and all those kinds of little details, like look up YouTube tutorials on those kinds of things, because that will really kind of help you to really understand the basics, and that's a really good place to get started on music production as well. Thanks. It's cute. My favorite Melanie Martinez song. I really like Lunchbox Friends. To be honest, I listen to that one all the time. Let me just bring it up so I can remind myself of my favorite. I mean, I love Crybaby, just the song. They call me Crybaby, Crybaby, but I don't fucking care. There's just something about that melody that I just love. Obsessed with that. Mrs. Potato Head for the music video. Yeah, and then I love Lunchbox Friends. But maybe I'd say Crybaby, actually, which is kind of crazy. This is like the first song on all of the albums. I haven't listened to Lana's new song yet. I'm going to save it for the album reaction, I've decided. And it's probably a bit contentious, but you know, I like to kind of react to these things fresh for you. So I haven't actually listened to like the first 3 songs that she released yet either, because you know I'm saving it just for you. I thought I was just gonna be saving it for like a month, and then you know, obviously like 5 months later. And Claire's realizing the lag, because she can hear me through the ceiling before on the stream, which is quite hilarious. Yes, I will react to After School at some point. I'm going to do the K-12 movie first, and then I'm going to do After School. Yeah. Yeah. And then Ash, the other question I had, before the stream, was from Ash, who's a friend of mine. And he asked me like, where do I see myself professionally in 5 years, which is such an interview question, but like in terms of with YouTube and stuff, I want to have a YouTube account that is a broad channel of all things that appreciating songwriting, you know, reacting, digging in deep, doing stuff like live streams and appreciating music together, but also writing music and the act of writing music. I really want to do this songwriting challenge thing. That is a plan I'm going to work on and get sorted. But through that, I basically want 50% of my time to be YouTube and 50% of my time to be producing, collaborating, writing music. At the moment, my music production and songwriting has mostly been a solo thing. I've done some collaborations and stuff, but it's mostly something I do for myself. Yes. But yeah, so like working my way into the music industry, but also having music on, having the YouTube along the side, because they complement each other. That's kind of the thing. Yeah, that's the plan for the channel. So we'll see. Oh my god, Claire, taking song requests. Oh god, are you gonna make me sing Criminal? I mean, yeah. Okay, maybe I'll give you a little bit of Criminal. What key am I in? How does it start? What does it even start? I want to be free. I'll sing it there. Okay, I'll sing you the first verse and chorus of Criminal just as a little hint. So, I want to break free from the chains he wrapped around me. I want to just leave and get away from the misery. But here you are, like a vision in a golden dream. Still I hesitate. They said I wanted to be free, now there's nothing holding me back. What was the words? Oh my god. Gotta let go of the past, breaking me out, oh you let me go. I've been so down more than you'll ever know, thrown behind bars by the one before. It was so sad, oh it was criminal, breaking me out, yeah you are the one who's setting me free, my new life's begun. So throw me the keys and now we're on the run. Just call me a criminal. Call me a criminal. There we go. I changed the key because like the key I originally wrote it in, and the key the song's in is like low, and it doesn't sound very good live, so I just sang it high. I'm really blushing now. I'm so hot. I need to go stand out in the rain. Oh, thanks, Annie. And the Claires, of course. And Manu, thank you. Be polite, guys. Yay, thanks, guys. Though, of course, Claire had to do with an echo. I hope I didn't wake all my housemates up with that. But yeah, yay, fun. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, go listen to more of my stuff. My entire album plus my song I Love You More is already on Spotify and Apple Music and all of anywhere. Just search for Lucin or go through all my links. You can stream it all. And yes, that song Criminal. Oh, that's just so sweet. Thank you. That song Criminal is out on the 19th of October, so pre-save it. Yeah. I'm getting so hot. Okay, does anyone have any more questions before we call this a day? Because I'm sweating my tits off. Oh, is it? Oh, thanks, Claire. That's a unusual fave. Hi, Manny. Yeah, so does anyone... Sorry, I've just been staring at my phone. Oh, okay. So let's say this is the last question and then we'll log off because I'm getting really sweaty. If you could listen to one album for the rest of your life, which one would you choose? That's a really difficult question. I guess I'd have to pick something Gaga because I love her. But then I don't know because, maybe Born This Way. I'm going to say Born This Way. I know it's such a basic answer. But Born This Way has like a bit of everything. It has variety, right? So you can have your massive queer anthems for living your life, like, Born This Way, and stuff like Hair, and then you've got like female anthems like Scheisse, but a bit more electronic, and then you've got ballady stuff, you've got You and I, you've got The Edge of Glory. I feel like there's a big variety of songs, so you can never get bored of Born This Way, and I've been listening to it for a while and still love it. Yes, Gaga, woo! That or Chromatica. An A-side, B-side of Born This Way and Chromatica. And Red. And Folklore. And, and Wolf Alice. If you haven't heard me haven't heard me talk about this album, then go back and watch my June review. But this is Wolf Alice's album out this year. If you haven't listened to it, listen to it. It's called Blue Weekend. And it's probably my favourite album of the year so far, I'd say. Though Screen Violence is great too. I haven't listened to all the Marino albums yet. I'm making my way through them on the channel. I've only actually heard Ancient Dreams and Electra Heart so far. I think I preferred Electra Heart out of the two because I'm a bit more of a pop boy, and that one was a little bit more like, I guess I don't know. It was less leaning into pop and more leaning into kind of the lyricism and stuff. I felt like the new Halsey uh, album, which the reactions on Friday, by the way. Catch my Halsey reaction on Friday, and let's hope it doesn't get blocked. Yeah. Oh, love you, Caro. Oh yeah, and we saw them together. Yeah, me and Caro. Carol. I don't ever call her Caro. Carolyn. um, Caro B in the chat. Went to see Wolf Alice. In July, and was it July? Yeah. And oh my god, they were incredible. It was like amazing. We had an amazing time. It was great, and yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I think maybe we'll end it there. We've had a sing. We've like done a whole bunch of like questions. You found out a little bit more about me. Yay! We're celebrating 10,000k, 10,000k, 10,000 subs. No, not yet. I haven't actually heard of that person. No. Sorry. Yeah, I'm getting so distracted. Oh my god, I'm literally like, you know, so easy distracted. Yeah. So thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know what other kind of live stream reactions. This was just really fun. This was actually super chill. I was so nervous about doing it, but it's actually just been really nice. Just kind of like doing a back and forth, having a bit of a chat. Yeah. So maybe I'll make this a little monthly thing. It'd be nice to kind of like build it up and get a bit more of a rep and maybe get a few more people in here. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, cool. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's been my pleasure. Yeah, yeah. So look forward to the Halsey reaction on Friday. And then I might do Little Nas X next week. Let me know what you think about that. But yeah, I'm glad you have fun. I will see you all soon again. Okay, bye. Bye. Thank you.